Hey, you guys. All right off the bat, I need your input in the comments section. What is something that you absolutely refuse to spend money on? Maybe it's something that you kicked out of your budget a long time ago when you were in a different season financially, or maybe it's something that you just can never justify. But whatever it is, everyone has something where they just draw the line, and I'm always fascinated to hear people's answers. There's always a lot to learn from the way other people prioritize their spending. So today, I'm going to be reacting to 10 things frugal people avoid at all costs. And I'll share with you whether I agree or disagree. And at the end, I'll reveal one thing that I personally can never bring myself to spend money on. So the first thing that is on the list that frugal people avoid buying is bottled water. Because the way they see it, why spend $5 on something you can get for free in the sink? Now, I'll have to admit, this one's a little tough for me. My team knows, my husband knows, I don't know, a good bottle of water to have on hand. It is something that I will spend money on. Because I go to Costco and you can get 40 in this massive thing for $6. So I'm I don't know, it's always so tempting. And I get it. To save money, to be eco-friendly, all of it, ditching the plastic bottled waters probably is a better choice. The second thing frugal people rarely spend money on is books. Book covers, they've gotten really cute lately, and it's just really tough to resist for me. I love a good book. I love a physical book. And for a lot of people, though, they go the audio book route, which I totally get, or they go to their library. They do really smart stuff. My mom is one of these people. She will use the library still to this day. I buy books, y'all. I'm already 2 for 2 on this list. I love having a physical book in my hand. And I guess since I've written books, a part of me is great buying them and supporting the author or whatever it is. I don't know. No, that's me justifying, but I buy books. Okay, the third thing that frugal people never spend their money on is new cars. Oh man, this is a tough list. Okay, listen, until you are a net worth millionaire and you have the disposable income to spend on a asset like a car that's going down in value, you don't need to buy a new car. Because generally, you guys, new cars, it's not worth the money. It's really, really not. So I'm all about used cars. So that's a good one. The fourth thing that frugal people never spend their money on is cable TV. Now, I get it. These days, just having internet and then saying, I'm going to do internet and cable. It can run you $300-$400 a month. It is crazy. And if you are on a really tight budget, this is a great place to save hundreds of dollars. Again, you could have one streaming service and just spend $9.99 a month. So I'm all about that. The fifth thing that frugal people never buy is dry clean only clothes because it wastes time, money, and gas. So now if you are in a career that requires more of a formal business attire, especially men's clothes, it's kind of hard to skip out on the dry cleaning. But in general, for me, I guess I have a few pieces that I need to dry clean, but I don't do it a lot because those are usually really nice pieces and I usually dress rather casually, I would say. So again, I could see how this is a frugal thing that people save money on. Just don't buy dry clean only clothes. So I'm all about that. And before I get to the rest of this list, I want to tell you some exciting news that I'm so excited about. Dun, 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 dun. My second kids book came out this week. You guys, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, it's called I'm Glad for Where I Am, and it's the sequel to I'm Glad for What I Have. And it's another sweet story. This one is on gratitude, and I cannot wait for you to read it to your little ones. So you can order it at RamseySolutions.com today. I will leave a link to make sure that you get a copy. And again, gratitude is something that I want to teach my kids. And it's the gratitude for the big things in life, like your family and your home, the things that are really important. So make sure to pick up a copy. All right, the sixth thing that frugal people avoid buying is brand name foods at the grocery store. So listen, I love Publix. That's where my family shops, and I'm all about this. I really do. I am all about buying the generic brand that is from the grocery store on most everything because I don't want to get into the conspiracy theories on all of this, but usually it's made from the same factory, same warehouse, just a different label. So generic, it's the way to go. The seventh thing frugal people never spend their money on is the latest technology. So they are content with their iPhone 5S. And listen, I love that for them because as long as it's in working condition, keep the old laptop. It's fine. And again, I do think not to blame companies, I do think that some of them purposefully slowed down so that you have to continue to buy new ones, right? So listen, if you need to buy a newer model, there are, places even like eBay that you can still get good quality items even that are used. So it's great. The 8th frugal thing people never buy is pets. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't confirm that this is 100% true because George Camel is one of the most frugal people that I know, and he treats his 2 dogs like they are the king and queen of England. So listen, there are some exceptions, but I know a lot of people that are frugal and they still have pets because, yes, they are an added expense for sure, something you need to consider, but I don't know. They're part of the family. The 9th thing that frugal people never buy is impulse purchases in the checkout line. So if you ever go with kids, man, you go to Target, Home Goods, it's just like candy, gum, candles, anything you can grab last minute as you're going down to check out. Listen, that stuff adds up. So I am in full agreement with this. Just say no. Now, the 10th thing that frugal people never spend their money on is warranties. So I see how some people kind of are different of opinion on this one. But for the most part, it's one of those things of like, oh my gosh, protect my furniture messages that pops up on Amazon when you order a $30 lamp. And you're like, no, I do not need that. But for some people, they really do justify, yes, having insurance for technology, like an iPad, especially if you have kids, or your phone, whatever it is. Again, some people will buy into the warranties, but I don't. And I just save my money and then have some money saved over here that if something happens, I have the cash for it. So that's kind of my opinion when it comes to this. And now it's time for me to come clean about the one thing that I will never spend my money on. Even if I have room in my shopping category in the budget, one thing I just cannot do, you guys, is expensive sunglasses. So designer sunglasses, again, I'm sure they're very nice and really great, and like polarized lenses and like all the things, but my Amazon shades, they do the job because listen, my sunglasses, they get thrown in pool bags, purses, they're stepped on, they're in the van. I mean, it is just a place that I'm like, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on something that again is going to break. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't get that back. So Amazon is where I buy my sunglasses. So if this list has inspired you to trim up your monthly spending, then I would recommend sitting down with our budgeting app, Every Dollar. It is an amazing app that really helps you budget. So I will leave a link in the description to help you when it comes to creating your first budget and finding margin that you need, no matter where you are financially. And don't forget to snag a copy of my kids' book because I know you're gonna love it as much as me and my kids do. So remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.